Hello everyone, this is ScabCat242. Here's my review on the amazing Spider-Man 2 Marvel Legends Black Cat figure from the Infinite series. And I gotta say, this has gotta be the best female figure Hasbro has made so far, and it's definitely a huge improvement over the first Black Cat figure, which was made years ago. But enough about that. I gotta say, they did a great job on this figure. Head sculpt, paint apps, articulation, it's just great. I've always been a huge fan of Black Cat. For me, she is the equivalent to what DC has to Catwoman. So yeah, so it's cool that Marvel has her own little, or I guess cat heroine, as you want to call it. But probably the first thing right away is the face. The sculpt is just great. Probably one of the best female head sculpts they've done on a figure. Just the paint on the mask, the eyes, the lips, it just came out great. So her paint deco is pretty simple. It's mostly black, white with a bit of blue wash, which is pretty good. I would especially like how the hair sculpt came on this figure. The only downside is because of the hair, it hinders the head movement a bit on this figure, but it's not a huge deal. So yeah, as you see her accessory, she has this little claw whip thing made out of a pretty pliable material. It doesn't bend into shapes, but that would kind of neat if it did, but it's a cool accessory. And so let's take a look at her. So she's got her claw hands out right there. There's the boots. Really great figure. They really did a great job on here. So let's take a look at her articulation. As I mentioned before, the head is hindered a bit because of the hair, but it's not too bad. She doesn't have a waist articulation, but she's got an upper torso, a bit of a crunch, so that's pretty good. I think that works better than a crunch. Does a complete 360. Got ball joints in the shoulders, does a complete 360. Ball joints in the elbows, 360 right there. Wrist articulation, and there actually are hinges in here. They go kind of forward back, but I'm not going to mess with them too much. Ball joints in the legs, goes pretty high up. We got thigh swivel, which is great. Double joints in the legs, and we got ankle pivot, and it's really great, especially how they're able to get these in these heels as well. So I gotta say, I'm really impressed by this figure, and I'm gonna compare it to a figure on my collection. So this here is the Marvel Select Black Cat figure. This was more of a display piece, but I gotta say they came close to this almost. This is much more articulated, but she got pretty much of the same kind of, I guess, almost sculpt and detail as the Marvel Select figure. Yeah, but it's, I mean, they're both good, but it's nice to have a much more posable figure for your collection. And let's compare her to Spider-Man, which I have in the same line. She's a little bit taller than Spider-Man, but I can kind of see why. I think it works pretty good in scale, but I'm really happy to get her. I definitely recommend picking her up if you could find her. She's definitely worth picking up for your Marvel Legends collection.